had this. They had a lot of acai shops.
Really?
Can I get fries?
It's gonna be 16 today, man.
Okay, let's do that.
Some shorts.
Restaurant close to here? Smells really good.
So am I supposed to eat it with a spoon or what?
Yep.
Is it spicy?
You put on my Chris taste buds. Nah, you're gonna say it's spicy. Shut up. It's not spicy.
You know, I just like, I swallowed it wrong.
I don't know. It's making me. I just feel some kind of way, especially because they. Which ones are we getting?
None of them. We got Hershey's at home.
Who are those girls?
They're famous. Yeah.
How dare I?
This one. And this one.
No. Alrighty. But this is just open.
Exactly.
Oh my god. I almost died. I thought it was like not gonna be that hot because it's small.
I wanted like man's type dumplings.
Yeah, me too. Where are the man type dumplings at? That's what I thought this was.
Yeah, at home. The best smells empathize as well.
But anyway, so 6 women who all killed their husbands for. In the right spot. They moved. I think they moved it.
They moved it?
I mean, what am I saying? Avatar, Statue of Liberty.
Yeah, they moved the whole thing.
We can go to. Ooh, we should go to this. We should go to this store, vintage clothing store.
It looks like the ocean. Do you see it, or am I seeing it? Oh, it's the spirulina that makes it blue. Cool. Try it. I was wondering why it was blue. My tongue's gonna be blue after.
Where did we go? What was this our place called?
Still, body of water surrounded
Still.
by land. So lakes don't move.
So it's river into a lake.
Surrounded
Is
by
how they
land.
do it.
Hold my phone.
All right.
But the girl she's playing is like.
I hear you. I hear you.
The girl she's playing.
He's like, I can multitask.
Yeah.
The girl she's playing in this movie is like a young American. So it's like really start there. And then look up.
Okay. Pretty good.
This is wrong.
I know what to search for.
Well, you gotta learn that.
Yeah.
He has a pizza oven.
I got the uni.
Yeah, the orders are cool, man.
Yeah.
You just gotta learn how to do what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I mean.
So I need a reference point, so this is a good one.
Any tips?
Yeah, I mean, so it's like the whole process is just like basically whatever dough you make, you put it out, press it out.
Yeah, so we were doing it wrong. We were using our fingertips.
Basically, this is what I do.
Alright.
Flour,
Let me see the technique.
I roll my fingertips through the top, around, and then you see I'm like also going across right here.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll flip it over, and then with like my palm fingers, not
Yeah.
the tips, go back around.
So you don't use your tips of the fingers.
The Maria Soccer in like top 10 for a while. She's great, but I've never seen her play.
I wonder if you heard anything he said. All I got from it was knuckles,
Yeah, I didn't know it was
knuckles whenever you were doing this, and then
Spread it out.
your fingers, and then
Pretty much spread it out so you don't break it.
make the thrust.
Maybe I'll like come to us when we make it. What did he tell me?
I mean, we can just keep watching when he makes it. We're watching. No pressure. You're right. Pizza oven at home. We're trying to learn.
Uni? Yeah.
It's like an open flame.
It's wood flour, yeah.
You're gonna want like pretty high hydration.
High hydration. Is it double O flour?
Use 00, yeah.
Okay.
I would just keep it simple.
The game show?
Yeah, we have a lapel, but it was right here.
Looks nappable.
We're not gonna nap.
That's iconic.
Do people do that? think so.
Think you want to try it?
This is the A5 Lake Iron. No, iron. Flat iron. Wagyu beef.
It's not A5.
Wagyu beef.
We'll say it's A5. It's like this feeling is. I'm like, did I felt this before? It's a weird feeling.
Like deja vu.
That was great. I love that. That was amazing. That was it.
Much this book can change your life. Do you know that Jesus lived here in the USA?
You think those guys are trading partners?
Oh my god.
My heart, my chest is
Bro, you couldn't open the door. I was like, oh, we're fucked. I was like,
Possible. We're going to Grand Station.
I know! Old train.
don't have time to look at everything.
oh my god. I almost died.
Look at us. You don't need to be tall.
What? Really?
It's like
With the random guy?
players that are like playing the best match they've ever played in their entire life. Like it just always happens to them.
Oh my.
He's recording, you know.
He's nervous. He's nervous. It's because I'm watching him.
We're gonna watch her partners playing a single.
Scary. I don't want to go there.